Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back. Attack on Titan finale, baby. Who's ready? I'm ready. I'm in the suit. Well, shirt and tie. Just to commemorate that it's a finale. And, I said I like to dress up in a nice little shirt and tie for every finale that I watch. And the time has come for episode 25. Ignore the, all the creases and that. All the creases. They're not too bad. Anyway, so episode 25, the finale. As always, a nice little recap on episode 24. Maybe a few predictions here and there. But it started off with Annie turning into the Titan in the Cena district, which is like upper class, higher class, like I think it said only the royal family or really rich people are allowed in there. Like, no one is allowed access, apart from like the military police or the garrison. But obviously the Survey Corps had a plan where they were going to turn over Erin, but they weren't. It was all a disguise. And Jean, people say it's Jean. You know what I'm trying to say with his name. But he had enough. He was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this anymore. Get me involved." And they had it planned from the start. I was questioning, like, did Owen and that, like, go through with this plan about Armin confronting Annie, saying we need your help for Erin? And they did. It was all a plan, like, a week before as well. I thought it was just a flashback, but, like, all the way to the old headquarters when Sawney and Beam were still alive, or just after they died. But it wasn't. They returned from the expedition outside the wall where they encountered the Titan. They must have stayed there for about a week, maybe 10 days. And that's when Owen and Armin and stuff went off. Well, they came up with the idea that Annie was the Titan. And they came up with the plan to lure her down below where she would be immobilized if she tried to turn into a Titan. Just because there was no space to. And obviously she didn't want to come down there. She actually ended up being grabbed by civilians, but that ring saved her. And literally the whole episode was just one big fight. Armin again being there for Erin, saying, "Look, I said this to Jean and I'll say it to you now," etc, etc, trying to like boost his confidence a little bit. Because what was stopping Erin from turning to a Titan was that he didn't 100% believe it was Annie. So that's what was stopping him. But then he went through a whole load of flashbacks where he pictured the people outside the walls giving his life to protecting him. Then it flashed back to his mum being eaten alive, and that's what put him over the edge. He had to like lift himself off where he was impaled, like kind of here region. He was like lifting himself, and then he turned into a Titan. And obviously his Titan form would be 100%, I'm guessing. So because Erin was impaled, his Titan wouldn't be, I don't think. That's how it works, because it didn't look like it was impaled. But yeah, he gave a massive punch to Annie's left cheek. She went flying back, and then it cut when Erin was running, like sprinting up to her. That's when it cut. So hopefully they've got enough power and people to capture Annie, question her, see what her motives are, who she's working for, who she's working with, what their next plans are. But I don't see it being that easy. I know Attack on Titan by now. I know nothing's too easy on this show. They still haven't got to Erin's basement yet. They still haven't retaken Nymeria. But hopefully that's to come. Anyway, predictions. There's only one prediction really. I mean, it's a finale. Annie was kind of in a bad situation when it ended. But I think they're going to capture her. I think there's going to be a one-on-one for about 5 minutes between Annie and Erin. And I think Erin might get knocked down by Annie, and then he might be looking injured, and then reinforcements will arrive to cut at Annie's like Achilles heel, all her tendons and stuff, and that's when Erin will, succeed in capturing her. I think that's what's going to happen. So, without further ado, let's crack on with the episode. Cool, so episode 25. 25 is called The Wall. Ooh. So this is it. Finale is called The Wall. I saw a thumbnail of Annie's mouth really open as if she was being really aggressive. That's all I've seen. So let's crack on, baby. He looks pissed. Dun, 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 dun. Get fucking mad. Ah, I love this show. I love the music in this as well. The music gets me fucking pumped more than anything. Oh, these are the wall lists. Doesn't Annie crash into this building when she gets punched? Yep. Yes, she does. Where's your god now? Kick her. Oh, what a coward. He's mad, that's why. That's true. He needs help. Ah, yeah, that's it. Clever. Clever by Annie. You're such a coward, Annie, honestly. It's unbelievable. Oh, I'm gonna run to an open area. Everyone's gonna fuck you up, man. That's a fighting stance. See, I would have missed that. I would have forgotten about that. I apologize. That's it. She's out the open area now. Oh. Is it a step forward though? So much destruction has happened to the city. If Annie dies or something, it wasn't worth it. Levi looks so badass in that suit. I wish he would fight in that suit. Fuck off. They're not in an open area. Nice. So keep going, keep pushing. What the hell is this form he's in? Maybe that's my shit. Fucking choke her out. Yeah, true, man. He's full of rage. Ah, she's gonna climb it. That's it. Bite her leg off. He needs to do this power she's doing, man. No, Mikasa, it's too risky. Okay, maybe not. Fucking go, Mikasa. Full, baby. I'll see you later. Now Eren can do his thing. Yeah? Oh my god, what a shot. Oh, her dad is what keeps her going. Levi, mate. I fucking love Levi. Okay, they must have got out. They must have got out. I love Levi, man. Oh, I could cry. I could cry. That's how much I love Levi. Okay, Eren got out. That's all that matters for me. Levi stopped him eating Annie. Or did he? Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff to read. Okay, so that story, that's a long fucking story, but there was a miner who wanted to dig under the wall, but no matter how far he dug, the wall was still there, and he went to his, like, kind of one and only friend in a tavern and said, what if the walls aren't just above ground, but they're also below ground? And his friend froze, looked around the tavern in case anyone was watching. Apparently no one was. And his friend said, what does it matter? You've got a job, you've got food every day, you've got a nice house. What's the point? Miner said, fair enough. But from then, the miner disappeared. Without a trace. I think the hole wasn't found either. Like the pit. And then it says, and one day his friend also vanished, never to be seen again. I think I said a few episodes ago as well, I said, why don't they just dig like an underground city where Titans can't get to, and they can just live there under. I don't know. So obviously there was someone in that tavern eavesdropping on that conversation, and then had something to do with the disappearance of both of them. But it says the military police and the garrison organised a large-scale search party. But that might be a double bluff. I reckon the military police know something about it. They've done a large-scale search party but couldn't find them. What if they're in on it? I don't know. I don't trust the military police now. They're turning on fucking Erwin, arresting him. They wanted Eren dead in the trial. I don't trust the military police for some reason. They've had Annie in it. Annie was in the military police. We saw them selling some stuff on a ship to the black market. I don't trust the military police, man. I think they're corrupt. Very, very corrupt. And the fact that this guy tried to dig every day for 20 years and kept hitting the wall. Like, he couldn't go under the wall. Like, the wall is literally just goes down and down and down. Almost to the core. I don't know. It makes you think, how the fuck did the walls get there in the first place? Who built them? I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. But that is very interesting. That's a very interesting story at the halfway point. Kind of cool. I quite like it. Anyway, let's get back to the finale. Oh no. Oh, she's cocooned herself. I reckon she's alive. There we go, underground.
このまま兄から何の情報も引き出せなかったら何が残る？
目標の目星がついていたのならなぜ憲兵団の協力を依頼しなかった？
Because they're corrupt.
それは女型の仲間が潜んでいる可能性がある以上、潔白を証明できるもののみで行う必要があったからです。
今の兄レオンハートから何か聞き出せるとは思えんが。はい、不可能でしょう。つまり無駄骨なのか
？Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe it was all for nothing.
なあ、そんな化け物になって巨人を駆逐したとして、それは人類の勝利なのか？
Hell yes.
人間が巨人化するなど想像さえしていなかった頃と比較すれば、敵の一人を拘束したことは大きな前進です。そう、奴らは必ずいるのです。一人残らず追い詰めましょう。壁の中にいる巨人を全て。今度は我々が進撃する番です。
That's what I'm waiting for, man. Fuck. Okay. This is where Annie climbed up. Ooh. Oh shit. So there's titans inside the walls. That's mad. That's literally... Oh, no wonder that story at like the halfway point was said about the miner digging for like 20 years non-stop. So that's it then. Titans must come from underground. Oh, I don't know. No, they can't. They can't come from underground because they can't maneuver underground because it's too small. They're in the walls though. Hold up. That's quite funny actually, because the wall lists are kind of onto something, but for the wrong reasons. They worship the walls, but there's actually... I'm not saying it's a titan or titans inside the walls, but it's something. It looks like a titan as well, but I don't know how that doesn't make sense. Titans inside the walls. I'm taken back by that. So not only is there a wall above ground, there's also a wall. The wall goes below ground, which was said in that story. 20 years this guy was digging for, every day non-stop, and he kept hitting the wall. So who built the wall then? I've got some big theory here. I reckon, what if mankind are actually the bad guys and the titans are actually the good guys? What if like years and years and years ago mankind took over the whole settlement, the whole wall, Maria, all those, and then called it their own home, but it's not actually their home, it's the Titans' home. Or, something big here, Titans are inside the wall, but they're actually frozen, like Annie did to herself. She froze herself. And when Hanji was doing those experiments on Sawney and Bean, she done like a sunlight experiment. And without sunlight, they can't they can't function if they don't have sunlight. So what if there's titans in the walls, but they're not threatening because they don't have sunlight on them, but when the wall starts to crack, just like Annie's titan climbing up it cracked that titan just then at the end. What if now that its face has been exposed to sunlight, what if now it wakes up? But who put the titans there? And who built the wall? I don't know. I'm out of ideas on that one, but that's got me even more excited for season 2. Still looking at Dr. Yeager, man. Erin's dad, do you know what I mean? I've not seen him in a fucking long time. He's one of the masters behind this, I can tell. Also, I want to give a prediction, kind of off topic though. I can see Mikasa and Levi hooking up. Like becoming a couple. They're both badass. Levi saved Mikasa from the female titan, kind of. Levi also saved Erin inside the female titan's mouth, along with Mikasa. Mikasa kind of had a bad upbringing by both of her parents being killed. Levi, I think he had a bad upbringing. He was in a gang, some kind of underground gang. Levi. Underground gang. Maybe he knows something about the wall. If he was in like an underground gang, he would have seen some shit. Otherwise, why would he join the Survey Corps? Yeah, he would have seen something. I don't think he would have joined the Survey Corps unless he saw something and he was like, fuck, yeah, we need to defeat these titans. Yeah. I don't know. But I can see Mikasa and Levi getting together. They're kind of like the perfect couple. Man. What fucking series that was, man. Fuck me. So it ended on quite like a... I wouldn't say like a happy ending, but kind of like a sentimental kind of ending. Like you don't know if it's happy or if it's a bad one. I believe it's kind of a good ending. I mean, they stopped Annie. They've captured Annie as well. But my thoughts are, if she's frozen, or she's in like a frozen kind of bubble, does that mean she's frozen as well? And are all of her organs like on hold? Like, will she starve to death if she's in that frozen bubble for like an extended amount of time? Or can she stay in there? A bit like Han Solo from Star Wars when he was frozen by Darth Vader. Can Annie be unfrozen, like, and she'll be all limp and stuff, but will she be fine in like an hour or two? That's my question for that. And someone said at the end there, if you defeat all the titans, like all the humans that can turn into a titan, would that be good for humanity? Because obviously Eren can turn into a titan, but he's on kind of like the good side. Annie can turn into a titan, but she's on the bad side. But no matter what side wins, there's always going to be titans left. Because one side is going to win either way, and on that winning side, there's still going to be titans. So you can't erase titans. The only way for all the titans to be erased is if Eren is erased as well. But I can't see him being erased. He's the main character, for fuck's sake. I can't see that happening. And those flashbacks that Annie kept seeing, I think it was of her dad. She said, no matter how many people will hate you, I will always be on your side. And then when Eren ripped off, the skin on her back, you saw tears in her eyes. Like she was thinking about that moment with her dad, hugging her. I think it was her dad anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that wasn't her dad. I think it was though. But he said, whatever happens, as long as you come back to me, like, come back to me. I don't know what that's meant to mean. It gives me like a little snippet, but not enough to like divulge like an actual theory. Like her dad's obviously involved, but I don't know how much he's involved just because of what was said, what he said to Annie when she was younger. Always come back to me. Everyone may hate you, but I will always be on your side. I don't know. Maybe that flashback was there just so it was something to give Annie a little boost in what she wanted to do. She just always thought of that moment. And Owen at the end said, it's our time to attack. It's our time to attack. And he said something along the lines of more than one. He didn't say the word spy, but he kind of intended it. Like people like Annie, basically, hiding amongst the ranks. That's what he said with it's our time to attack. Like it's their time to be one step ahead, instead of the Colossal and Armored Titan, who are usually always like 5 steps ahead. But this time, they've got Erin on their side, who is a massive, massive help in defeating a Titan or capturing one or blocking up holes with boulders. It's a big help. He was right as well. It is a huge step in humanity, surviving. But if all the Titans are humans, no matter what side wins, humanity will still survive. Because there's humans in the back of the evil Titans. So say if Annie and whoever else is involved killed literally everyone in the city, like Walsina, Maria, all that one, like humanity won't be defeated because Annie and the others are still alive. Like, I don't think humanity will ever get wiped out unless there's a higher power. Like the whole story at halftime about the wall being really deep. It's not just, the wall isn't just above ground, it's also below ground. Unless there's like a huge hidden meaning behind that. Like, you think the Armored and Colossal Titan are the villains here, but it's not. It's like something a lot major, basically. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say with that. Like, Titans will never become extinct because there's Titans on the good side and the bad side. That's kind of what I mean. Whether or not that's an option later on, if they really want to get rid of all the Titans, they'd have to do something with Erin. I don't know. But I love that. 25 episodes, gone. I loved it. I can't wait for season 2. There's only 12 episodes in season 2 as well. I'm quite, a bit disappointed there's only 12. But I know season 3 has over 20. I don't know how many, but I know it's over 20. But yeah, I can't wait. So, that's going to wrap up my reaction there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate the whole shirt and tie commitment going on. Thankfully, it's not summertime anymore, because obviously, as you know, I live on the 3rd floor in the loft, or the attic, as Americans might say. So it's not hot up here. So wearing this shirt and tie is actually okay. Like I'm not like really, really hot. So it's nice. It's nice. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this reaction to the finale of Attack on Titan, you can watch the whole 25 minutes on my Patreon. So if I missed a scene that you liked in this episode or the entire series, every single episode is up on my Patreon in full, so you can go over there and watch it. And also, if this is episode 25, then that must mean that episode 1 and 2 will be on my Patreon of season 2. So yeah, it's up to you. Obviously, no pressure. I say no pressure every time, but it's options, Patreon is like an extended version of my YouTube. YouTube is like my highlight reel, but Patreon is where all the work goes on. So cool. Have a nice little snippet of me in my little suit. Anyway, thanks guys for watching again. An amazing, amazing series. I feel like I've said all I've wanted to say. One thing that I think Attack on Titan doesn't get enough credit for is the music. Like, when you're watching an episode and you got both headphones in on full volume and it's a fight scene, you feel like you're Erin. You feel like you're him. And you know what I mean? Oh, he needs to learn how to do that, by the way. The whole harden a part of his body. He needs to learn how to do that, which I think he will, but it will take time, and he needs to practice. But yeah, cool. That's gonna be me done now. So thanks guys for watching again, and I'll see you for episodes 1 and 2 on my Patreon, or when I release them onto YouTube. So take it easy, and I'll see you for episode 1 and 2.